Emerging Ethical Challenges in the 21st Century. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel today. I will be reporting about the emerging ethical dilemmas and policy issues in science and technology. We live in a world that is shaped by scientific discoveries and technological innovations. The development of new technologies provides us with the opportunity to improve our lives in countless ways, but it also raises a host of new ethical dilemmas and policy challenges. New technologies such as AI, gene editing, and quantum computing promise to improve our lives in countless ways, but they also raise a host of ethical dilemmas and policy issues, such as concerns about policy, safety, and fairness. In a world where so much depends on science and technology, it's crucial that we have a thoughtful public discussion about the most pressing issues in science and technology today. So, here are the 3 ethical dilemmas and policy issues that I have chosen: deepfakes, student tracking software, and the pseudoscience of skincare. Let's talk about deepfakes. Ethical dilemmas are arising, and one example of this is deepfakes. It is the use of artificial intelligence to create a fake or misleading image of someone or something. The ability of AI to imitate the human voice has raised concerns about the use of AI to deceive people and spread misinformation. In the world of science and technology, deepfakes are a new type of analytical deception that raises a host of ethical dilemmas. Fake news and misinformation can spread and shape our worldviews online if the technology is used to fabricate or manipulate visual, audio, and text content. To address the problems caused by deepfakes, 2 approaches have been suggested. The first is using technology to detect fake videos. For example, researchers at the University of Albany discovered that analyzing the blinks in videos could be one way to distinguish a deepfake from an unaltered video because there aren't many photographs of celebrities blinking. The second approach involves improving media literacy. It entails educating large swaths of the population on how to recognize fake news when they see it so that they can avoid it. According to Balaban 2022, it is beneficial to use technology sparingly and advisedly, and it is also important to use it with caution. Next, there is student tracking software, which is one of today's most contentious issues in science and technology. The name, age, ethnicity, address, and contact information of a student, as well as which specific college subpages he or she visited and how long he or she spent on each web page, are already collected by software on some college websites. The college then calculates an affinity score based on these factors, which determines how likely a candidate is to accept a college offer. However, according to Barron, when colleges assign grades to students based on their income and interest, it removes a lot of context from applications and discriminates against low-income students and those who don't have access to the internet. These companies often tout the benefits of student tracking software, such as improved school attendance and academics, but they rarely discuss the possible downsides. For example, student tracking software may lead to increased scrutiny of student behavior and increased bullying, according to Shaw, 2000. Before enrolling their children in a private school, parents can look into the school's tracking policy to see if it is effective for them. They can transfer their children to another school if they later discover that the tracking process is unfair. Parents who are enrolling their children in a public school should also look into the public system's tracking policies. They can petition the school board for changes if they are dissatisfied. Parents can still send their children to a different school, but it may not be a public one. As a result, some children will be denied access to a free, adequate, and appropriate public education. As we learn about the human body and the causes of disease, new ethical issues arise. The pseudoscience of skincare, for example, is an industry that uses unproven and sometimes harmful treatments to improve the appearance and health of the skin. The safety of these products hasn't been thoroughly investigated in many cases, and they can have harmful side effects. Most of the research conducted by manufacturers does not follow the scientific method and cannot be replicated. Not only are the experts hired to promote these products not scientists, but they are frequently celebrities or even dermatologists with their own agendas. Many people in our society have been affected by these practices. It makes diseases worse, and the environment will be harmed as a result. Plastics are widely used in the cosmetics and skincare industries, particularly in packaging. It takes hundreds of years for plastic waste to decompose, and it frequently ends up in landfills or eaten by animals. People must take responsibility for their actions. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, is working to ensure that these products are safe. Selling harmful cosmetics is against the law, but it is up to consumers to educate themselves about the products they've purchased. There's a lot of information out there. It is not the fault of the company that sells the product if someone is so blinded by the desire for it to work that they spend exorbitantly to get it. This complex world presents new ethical challenges in science and technology. As we strive to understand how our actions affect the world around us, we must also consider the unintended consequences of our choices. We may hold certain beliefs or use particular technologies that are unethical by today's standards, but become the standard of tomorrow. The challenges we face today may seem small in the grand scheme of things, but if we are not constantly questioning and evaluating our actions, we run the risk of missing opportunities to improve the world.